My name is Lebo Diseko and I'm the author of The House at 6001. It's my grandparents' home in Soweto, my family home in Orlando East. So I'm going to just take you through and show you a little bit of The House at 6001. So you'll see here, this is the, the number, the house number. So, you know, when you're going past, you can see 6001. It's a number that is very special in my family, kind of a home physically, but also kind of in our minds as well. So the first thing you see really when you come in is this veranda and the stoop. And my grandmother used to sit here and have tea with my mum, with her other daughter-in-law, my mum O'Hara, and often she'd be chit-chatting with the neighbours as well. But the stoop also used to wrap around the house. So I'll show you when we go through, but there was, you know, in the back garden, a place where we used to have tea as well. So this was a real place of pride for my grandparents, the garden. There used to be a couple of rose bushes here. This is one, but there used to be more. And there also used to be a pine tree here, which my dad fell out of when he was a kid and broke his arm. Here is the rockery, which my dad and his siblings were working on. It was a few days before his 21st birthday when the police came and gave him his banning orders. So yeah, I mean, I've obviously been in this garden so many times, but just to now understand like what monumental things for our family happened, you know, just here was quite something. And that's something I learned in the process of writing the book. So this here was my grandparents' bedroom, which was like sacred ground in our house. You didn't go in unless you were invited in. And the stoop used to wrap right the way around here. And at the back is the other place that we used to sit and have tea. And I have a really vivid memory of when I was about 7 years old, sitting and drinking tea with my grandmother here. My memory is that she taught me to drink it out of the saucer to cool it down. That's a disputed memory in the family. But this garden has been paved over now, I guess, for ease of care. But there used to be vegetables here. There was a grapevine that my mum and my aunts and my grandparents used to sit under as well. This is the kitchen, the door into the kitchen, which is where I had my very first memory actually of watching somebody doing the washing up and seeing sunlight just streaming into the kitchen. This room that's been built here, this used to all be the garden, and then there was a fence that backed, basically, if you could climb over the fence and go into the church's garden. So I have a very vivid memory of running with my cousins. It was on a, you know, there was a short visit that I had to the country when I was about 7. I was smuggled in by my aunt to spend time with my grandparents and the rest of my family. And I remember we used to run along here and then climb over the fence, play in that church garden in that grounds, and then come back, clamber over the fence again. So yeah, it started out actually as a 3-bedroom house, and then my grandparents extended it and made it a 4-bedroom house, 4-roomed house. It started out as a 3-roomed house, and then they extended it and made it a 4-roomed house. But yeah, this is my family home. And there is a motif. If you read the book, you'll see there's a house shape that's kind of used as a kind of passage break in, you know, as you go along in the story. And it was interesting to notice that actually the shape of this silhouette is the shape of that motif. So that was quite moving. But yeah, this is the house at 6001. I hope that the book makes you Smile as much as it deals with other more challenging, difficult emotions. And I hope that the sense of family and love and healing as well is something that comes through.